Good. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of equation questions today. Get you ready for grade 10. How exciting. And then we're going to jump into some Brian stuff. Oh, Namaza, you're here. You love playing hockey. I also was a hockey player in high school. Okay. So this glorious question here is out of 4 marks. My first question to you is, what type of equation is this? What type of equation is this? And what is the giveaway? What is the giveaway in this equation that tells us what type of equation it is? Have a look carefully. There's something very important in this equation, which is like your hint of what it is. So by type, I mean like linear, fraction, quadratic, exponential, those types of things. So which one is this guy? And what is our giveaway? No volunteers.
Ma'am.
Okay, Charles. Charles is coming in strong. Yes, Bruce.
Ma'am, is it linear?
It's not linear. The reason it's not linear is because we've got this x squared over here.
Oh.
Okay, so whenever we have an x squared, it's telling us that the equation is going to be quadratic.
Quadratic. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And when we have a quadratic equation, guys, who can tell me what we want to do? What do we want to do when we have a quadratic equation? Like what's our rule? If it's a linear equation, we want our x's on one side and our numbers on the other side. What do we want to do if it's quadratic? Good, Daria, put it in standard form. Okay, another thing, like another way of saying put it in standard form is just put everything on one side and make it equal to 0. Okay, so whenever we're dealing with a quadratic equation, we want to do that. This purple highlight is like bugging my eyes because the rest of the colors are green. There we go. So from here, the first thing that we're wanting to do is we want to move that negative 6x over. So we're going to have 3x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. Okay, now that we have moved everything over, what is the next thing that we want to do when we're dealing with a quadratic equation? What is the next thing we need to do? Shem, I know I'm trying to force you to use your brains when they're tired. Nomaza, what's the next thing I'm doing?
Wouldn't you have to basically solve for x in a way?
I do. How would I do that with a quadratic?
Wouldn't you simplify it?
How?
I also don't know. I really don't know.
The hint is that it starts with the letter F.
Factorize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever we have a quadratic, we're going to have to factorize. So
Yes,
while I have you on the line, how am I going to factorize 3x squared plus 6x?
Wouldn't it be x and then open bracket 3x plus 6?
Okay, we can do that. So if I did it like this. No, you're not right, but I want you to stay on the line. I mean, you're not wrong. You're sort of right. There's just one thing that's a bit wrong. Okay, so I like the x that's out there. That's great. What's the problem though here? I've got 3x and I've got 6. Is there something that can still go into both of those terms?
3.
Yeah. And so because something can still go in, that means we didn't take out our highest common factor.
Okay, so that'd have to be 3, right?
Yeah. So we're going to take out 3x. So then what would be left inside the bracket?
X plus 6.
Oh?
No, x plus 2, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, does that make more sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Do you think you can finish it from here?
Wouldn't it
Do we have someone who's like
3?
able to sweep in and save Namaza? Otherwise, she's just going to be under the spot.
Sorry, ma'am. Wouldn't it be 3x is equal to 0 or 2? No, sorry. Wouldn't it be x plus 2 is equal to 2 plus x is equal to 0?
Yeah, good. Okay, so now finish that off for me.
And then for the x plus 2 is equal to 0, I'm guessing that would have to be a -2.
Yeah,
And then for this one, it would have to be 0.
good. And now we're
Okay.
done. 4
Well
marks.
done.
Nice
You
job.
nailed it.
Woohoo! Okay, guys, 1 mark for this answer, 1 mark for this answer, 1
Well
for
done.
factorizing correctly, and 1 for getting it into standard form. 4 glorious marks. How did this go? Did anyone actually manage to sort of finish this one on your side? Or are we looking at this as if we're looking at a different language right now? Have all of our brains gone into retirement for the year? Where are we at? Okay. That's okay. That's okay. You can have a brain, like you can have a bit of a break for your brain for the next couple of weeks until we get into January. 3 out of 4, Bruce, solid. Chikondi, also solid. They did something like this in your maths exam. Oh, I wish we'd done this question before your maths exam. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, I'm going to let you guys suffer with this one alone because it's using some similar concepts to what we've just done. So I want you to look at this question carefully. I want you to solve, and I want you to tell me what my answers are. So look at, there's some clues in here to tell you what type of equation it is. If we know what type of equation it is, think about those steps that we just did in order to solve it. And then tell me what my answers will be. Just think about it step by step. Can you please attempt to answer? Yeah, of course you can. Can you give us maybe 30 seconds more? Just to give everyone a chance to finish. And then absolutely. So Daria, you're on a good track with something, and then one thing is not correct, but I think you'll be able to see that when we go through it now. Okay, Nomaza, we are all yours. Begin.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm also not quite sure about the answer because I got the exact same thing as
Daria.
yes, ma'am. I didn't want to
Okay.
botch her name.
Oh, no. So I might be watching. So let's have a look at this just carefully, and I think you'll be able to see why. So if we look at our numbers, we've got the 2 and the 32. So did you take the
Yes,
2
ma'am.
out as the highest common factor?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but now you saying you also took out an x.
No.
Okay, but then your answer isn't the same as Daria's.
This is really confusing.
No. I like taking that 2 out. So far, that's good. What would be left inside my brackets if I took out a 2?
It would be the x squared, and then
Yeah.
it would be the -16.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a good start. Okay.
Okay.
And then what do I do with that?
Oh, you can still factorize that.
Yeah. It's dots.
So then I'm guessing it would be x plus, sorry, 2x, and then it'd be plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then another open bracket, I'm guessing, and then x minus 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then close bracket, no, equals 0.
Okay, good. Okay. Now we just need to get to our answer.
Okay. So What
Don't
do
fall
we
for the
do?
trap.
That's what I'm also thinking about right now. What
Is
do
this
we do?
is this two tripping you out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but remember, when we have a number that's chilling there, if we divide that side by 2 and we divide that side by 2, then
We
that
get
goes
rid of.
away. And so we
Okay.
can just, when we have a number that's chilling on the outside of a bracket like that, we can just drop it. But if you wanted to see it, you can leave it like
Okay.
that.
So I'm guessing then it would be x plus 4 is equal to 0,
Good.
or x minus 4 is equal to 0, and then you'd say minus 4 plus sorry, x is equal to minus 4,
Yeah,
and then x is equal to positive 4.
perfect.
Okay.
Perfection. Nice. Good. Okay, so this one was out of 4 marks. So let's see where those would be. We would definitely have 1 for taking out 2. Hello. Hello, screen. 1 for taking out the 2, 1 for doing our dots, and then 1 for each of our answers. So tell me how this question went and where we fell off the wagon. If you did some of it and then you really fell off the wagon, let me know at which point you fell off the wagon and maybe we can try and remedy it. If you don't understand where you went wrong, also let me know so that we can try and sort that out. Okay, that's good. Good. I mean, half of the battle with maths, guys, is learning from your mistakes. So like making mistakes is a good thing in maths. It really is. And I know that that sounds like I'm just being cliche, but it honestly is a good thing to make mistakes in maths, because as long as you learn from them.
Yeah. Once corrected, definitely next time you know better.
Exactly. Okay. I think let's try one more equation and then we'll jump down to Brian. Okay, so now this one's a bit nasty. You're going to have to do some simplifying before you do anything else. So if you have a look over here, this whole bracket is being squared. So I want you to think about what we need to do in that situation. When we have a bracket that's being squared, what is our first step? What do we want to do? You can tell me, and I'll write it up on the board just so that you don't make a mistake right from the beginning. So when we have that bracket, what do we want to do? Yes, Princess, beautiful. We want to expand. Okay. And if we're in a situation where we're uncertain on how to do that quickly, the best thing for us to do is to actually just write that bracket out twice. And then once we're at this point over here, then we can do our FOIL. Okay, exactly. Our binomial times our binomial. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on the left. Then you're going to see what type of equation it is. And once you see what type of equation it is, you're going to think about what to do to solve. And then tell me when you're feeling better with your answers, we can go through it. But just take it step by step. This question is out of 5 marks. So it's a question that can take a fair amount of time in a paper. So just do your best and do it slowly and carefully. No need to rush. And then, yeah, let me know how you're going.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So
Why are you apologizing?
I did everything, well, not everything, but like I multiplied the binomial by binomial process thing that confused me a little bit, but it's fine. So now would I take everything on like the other side of the equal sign and just put it on that side and then just add up the like terms?
Yes. Can you tell me why you would move it all onto the other side?
Because we're trying to get everything to equal to 0.
Why?
Ooh. Are we not simplifying it?
We are, but the reason we want to make it equal to 0 is because we have an x squared.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever we see that x squared, there needs to be a light bulb that goes off in your head that says quadratic. And when
Okay.
that quadratic light bulb goes off, the steps that we need to think with that light bulb are move everything, make it equal to 0, second step factorize.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay. Yes, Princess, I'm liking that for your expansion. I'm going to write it up on the screen so far. So we've got x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4 is equal to negative 4x plus 8. Okay, so what I was saying to Namaza now is that we've got this x squared over there. That x squared is telling us an important thing. It's telling us that this is quadratic. And whenever it is quadratic, we want it equal to 0, and then we want to factorize. Okay, so if you pick up nothing else from me this year, pick up that if you see an x squared in an equation, it's quadratic. I'll take it. I will take that win. If that is the only win we have this year, I'll take it.
Sorry, ma'am, can I solve it from here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing we take the 4x plus 8 and put it on the other side of the equal sign, and then that would equal to 0.
Mhm.
Ooh. And then the minus 2x is gonna give us negative 4x
Mhm.
plus the 4x, which is gonna give us nothing.
Good.
And then the plus 4 minus 8 is gonna be negative 4.
Okay.
So then I'm guessing we'd have to factorize x squared minus 4,
Okay.
which is gonna give us x plus, if I'm
Mhm.
guessing correctly, plus 2,
Mhm.
close bracket, open bracket, x minus 2
Mhm.
is equal to 0.
Mhm.
Then x plus 2 is equal to 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Then it's going to be
Mhm.
minus 2
Mhm.
and then positive 2.
Perfect. 5 marks in the
So,
bag.
thank you so much. Oh my God, so
Nice.
much stress.
Why? You're doing well.
Almost
You
had a
are being
mental
so hard on
breakdown.
yourself.
Uh,
You got to start
ma'am,
trusting your gut.
uh,
Yeah. And you
could
need to stop
never.
apologizing for wanting to answer questions and for being academic. You should be proud
And
of
you're
that.
doing really well. We are so
Thank
proud of
you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Confidence. Confidence is key.
You're doing well.
Don't become one of those women who start all of their emails in the workforce by saying, I'm so sorry to disturb you. I'm so sorry for taking your time, because you can take their time and you can disturb them because you're just doing your job.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sort out that apology right now. Okay,
Carry
so this is
on.
out of 5 marks. You'll get 1 for that expansion. So even if you guys really struggled from that point onwards, you would have gotten 1 mark for expanding that. Then you would have gotten a mark for moving everything onto one side. Probably getting to this point over here. So to the x squared minus 4, then for doing your difference of 2 squares, and then 1 for each of those answers. So that's sitting out of 5 marks. Sure, lots of 5 out of 5. That's great. Nice job, guys. That's really solid. Good. Shall we jump down to Brian? We're a little bit early, but should we go and give Brian a visit? We can wait. We can do a question before Brian. It's up to you. But Brian has brought lots of treats for you, so you might want to get to Brian a bit earlier. Yes. Okay, let's pop on down to Brian. Okay. Our last visit with Brian. Let's go. So, yes, exactly. Palesa, the thing is, like, I think, so it's one of these things that we're very like socialized to do as women, is to apologize for our presence and to apologize for wanting to take space in the world, and it's a sad thing. We should not be socialized for that. Like, like you can take space in the world. You do not need to apologize for being smart or for knowing things. So, yeah. Okay, Brian has got 5 treats for you today. The first one is a math treat, but it's actually quite a nice, easy one. It is Christmas themed because this is obviously the last time I'm going to see you guys before Christmas. So it's a Christmas themed one. And then I've got some dingbats for you, and I've got a riddle. So we've got a little bit of everything today. Let's see who can. So let's make it like this. So I'm not going to tell you like the exact answer straight away, even if I see the answer come up in the chat. I'll give you all time to give it an answer. And then if you guess it by yourself, so not if you see the answer in the chat and you think, oh yeah, that's the answer. You have to think about it yourself. You can give yourself a point. So this will be out of 5 points because there's five brain breaks today. And let's see who can get 5 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Let's just see where we're at. Okay. So now I've given you answers. Hold on. What am I going to do? I'm going to go down. Nope. Okay. No, I'm so sad, Bruce. Okay, it's fine though. It's fine. I'm calm. I would like to know, it didn't have the final answer, so I'll take it. I want to know what my question mark is worth here. That is the first question from Brian today. Let's see. So when you've got your answer, pop it in the chat. I'm going to give you guys some time to try and figure it out. And then I'll tell you the answer. And if you got it right, you can give yourselves a point. There's a couple of traps, so just be careful with them, okay? Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
Is really confusing. Do you mind if I just pop into the 15 one? Because I know that that's 5 plus 5 plus 5.
Okay. So you're saying this is 5 plus 5 plus 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So then I'm guessing this is the one below it with the 2 reindeers. It's going to be 10. It's tricky, quite tense. Okay, no, I give up.
Okay,
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm late for the day. Thanks.
All right.
Nice late.
And can I try?
Of course, princess. Of course you can try.
Okay. Ma'am, I didn't get the final answer.
Okay.
But the 24, it has to be 8.
Okay.
8 plus 8
like
plus
it.
8. And then the tree 7.
Okay.
And then that's where I stop.
Okay. So what is this one here then?
That's an 8.
Okay. What are these?
So ma'am, are they still the same thing, the deers?
Yeah, I know they look different, but they're the same.
So that's 40. I mean,
would that be 40?
20.
20, okay, yeah.
And then 7 plus 21.
Good.
Oh. 49.
Yes, okay. You get a point.
I'm lost. How is that 5 if these ones have a red thingy on them?
I know the
Or
ranges
that red
don't
thing
look the
doesn't mean
same.
anything.
I accept that the ranges don't look the same, but they are the same.
Oh, okay.
But I see how it's problematic.
You know?
Yeah,
I
I do. I see it.
really-
I
I
see
was
it.
like, what?
I acknowledge that. Did anyone else manage to get 49, or is this point only going through to Princess today? Did anyone else get close? You can give yourselves half a point if you feel like you got halfway. Okay. Eco 25, yeah. Yours was very far off. Yes, nice jump, Alessa. Okay, Daria's taking half a point. I'll take it. Okay, our next three are three dingbats. They're not tricky ones. You just have to think about them. They're very straightforward if you think about them. That's your hint. Okay, so dingbat number 1.
Ma'am, reading in between the lines.
Ma'am, ready?
Yes.
Ah, man.
Done.
Yo. Whoa.
Woo!
Ma'am, haven't we done this one before?
I couldn't
Yes, we have.
remember. Have we done this one?
Yes.
So when I saw it, I was like, I remember looking at it, and then I was like, did I give it to them or did I not give it to them?
Guys,
I
I'll
obviously
take my points either
Ah,
way.
ma'am, they took my points.
Okay, Nomaza.
But Nomaza, Bruce, Princess, I give you all that point.
Okay, three.
Okay, you all
I
have a
guess you
point.
lose, my pens. You need to be fast. Shame, Bruce.
I'm pretty sure I haven't given you the next two though, because this was the only one that I was questioning. Okay, so that was okay. Next one.
Four languages?
Ma'am, you know how a person can be bilingual, which means they can speak 2 languages?
Yeah.
Isn't it just something like this, the quad?
No.
Okay.
I am my people. This one got y'all of you good. Let's see. Bruce.
Bruce,
I'm
have you
counting
figured it
on
out?
you on this one.
Just silence coming from Bruce.
Wow, we're really stuck, ma'am. We're really stuck.
Oh, yes, Daria! Yes, well
Well
done.
done, Daria. Wow.
I'm so chuffed. Okay, it was a foreign language, and the reason it's because there's a 4 in language. So it's like
Wow.
4 in language.
Well
Foreign
done,
language.
Daria.
Yay!
Sure.
Nice job. Okay. Next dingbat. Let's see. This is an easy one, guys.
Ma'am, blood is thicker
Blood
than
is
water.
thicker than water.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Love this competition.
ma'am.
Yes,
Well
Bruce?
done, guys.
Ma'am, you see now when I wanted to say it, now you can hear me, ma'am. Ma'am, this is no more black magic. This is transparent magic now.
Ma'am,
Sorry, Bruce.
So,
ma'am,
yes, Bobby.
I was going to say blood and water like the series, ma'am. Yo, I'm confused.
Oh,
Oh no, it's not. It's not the series.
Let's make a sentence that people understand in a way.
Okay. Okay, those were our 3 dingbats. Next one we have is a riddle. So let's see who's got their riddle game on for today. Okay. If 2 is company and 3 is a crowd, what are 4 and 5?
A community.
Numbers?
A community? No.
Yo.
Numbers?
No.
a city.
No.
Ma'am,
These
Yeah.
companies,
name.
these.
Yes.
Ah,
Was that you, Pavi?
No.
Who's in
9.
9?
No, Tad. That was
Tato! Woo! Well done.
Well done, Tato. That was
Nice
fast.
job. Yes, the answer was
Yo, that
definitely
doesn't make
Oh.
sense.
okay, because it's just saying like it's just saying what are 4 and 5, like as in like what is 4, and in maths and means plus 5.
Oh.
Ma'am, ish, you know,
Yeah, it's clever. No?
when I start reading some riddle books, ma'am, it's fine.
I like it. Okay, let's jump back into some, unless any of you have
Yes, ma'am.
a riddle that you want to
Man,
share.
I've got
Yeah.
one. I've got one.
Okay.
I'm first on earth, second in heaven. I pray in the middle of the week. What am I?
You're first on earth,
Aren't you an
second
E?
in heaven.
Yes.
Ah,
The letter E, ma'am.
it's an
Oh
E.
my gosh. What?
Wait, can you say that again?
Yeah.
Wait, how
Say it again
are
for
you the
everyone.
first
I'll
in
write it for
heaven?
them.
It's first on earth,
Oh, yeah.
But why is my pen not working?
second in heaven.
Oh,
The
damn.
I
Uh,
pray in the
very
middle of the
clever.
week. What am I?
It's very clever.
Because
It's a
no
good
matter,
riddle.
I have the same thing, but in a different way. The ending is different.
Okay.
No, I still don't get what
Dude.
Omaza's riddle is. I don't
No,
understand
so-
why is it E.
Because it's the letter E is the first letter in earth and it's the second letter in heaven.
Oh my word. Wow.
It's
Yo.
clever.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have a riddle for you.
Okay. We're ready.
What is full of holes? What is full of holes but still holds water?
What is full of holes?
Sponge.
A sponge.
Correct.
Oh, guys, you're too fast for me.
Too fast.
Ma'am, that
I'm
was
so
easy,
bad
ma'am.
at riddles.
I was about to say.
Okay,
human.
wait, ma'am, wait. The last one. What is always in front of you but can't be seen?
A.
The air,
No.
ghosts,
What is always in front of you but can't be seen?
A.
yourself,
Your nose? Can you
The
see your nose?
future.
Oh,
Oh.
Ah.
the future.
These are some dead
Oh,
jokes.
okay.
These are some dead jokes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Shall we get back into some maths?
We are ready. Let's go back into it.
Guys, it's only 15 more minutes. We might as well do a couple of sums. Yes? Sure, your enthusiasm is hard to contain. Okay, let's give these two a try. Sorry guys, my pen is just being a bit rude, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with it. But while I'm doing that, you can give this question a go, and I'm going to try and see if I can get my pen to work. I wonder if its battery has died. No, I think I'm going to use your riddle in our second class tonight. See if people
Catch people off guard.
Oh my gosh, because they always give me riddles and I have no idea what the answers are. And it makes me sad.
You want to get them.
Yeah.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can I ask, ma'am, for this question, can we flip the fractions around?
What do you mean by flip them around?
Ma'am, like put the 10 on top and then the X on the
No,
bottom, or must we
no,
leave it like that? Okay.
No. But you can find a common denominator. Let's see if that worked. No, that didn't work. Okay, cool.
Ma'am, the common denominator is 5, right?
No.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
To put them all on the same scale thingamabob, wouldn't you say, wouldn't you turn the 5 into a 10?
Yes. And what is the current denominator of the 3?
Wouldn't it also be 10? If
At
I'm
the
not
moment, what is
mistaken?
it though?
1.
1, yeah, okay. And it needs to be 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, ooh. Okay, so for the x over 10, you would say times 1, because that doesn't change.
Yeah.
And then for the 5, you'd have to times it by 2 in order to get it to 10.
Mhm.
And then the bottom is going to be 2. The top is going to be 2x. And then the bottom is going to be 10.
Yeah.
And then over like the equal sign, it would be times 10 as well, making
I'm
the
liking,
3 a 30.
yeah, no, I'm liking everything you're saying so far. Sorry, I know
Okay.
it looks like I'm not because I'm not writing on the screen. But
No,
it's
no,
just
no,
'cause
it's
my
fine.
pens are
Don't
being
worry about
weird.
it. So
I'm
then
gonna-
the denominator falls away because it's basically the exact same thing.
Good.
then
And we can only do
afterwards-
that in a fraction equation, but yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then after that, you take the 3, if I'm not mistaken, and then put
Mhm.
it like on the other side
Good.
along with the rest of the equation.
Mhm.
And then it would be, sorry, ma'am, would it be x?
When you
Yeah,
move it
x.
over.
Yeah, x minus 3.
Yes, hold on. Sorry, I just want to see if I can get something on the screen for you guys. Can you just give me one little second? I just want to see if maybe it's the program that's causing the issue, or if it is actually just my pens. So I want to be able to write for you guys, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a pain. Nope. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so you would have x minus 2x, and then you would have minus 3 on the other side. So the x minus the 2x, what's that going to become?
Sorry, ma'am?
So on the left-hand side, you're going to have x minus 2x, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you've moved your 3
3.
that became 30,
Okay.
and you're going to move that over, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to have x minus 2x, which is going to be equal, well, minus 30,
2x.
which is going to be equal to 0. But you can say x minus 2x equals 30. Yeah.
So wouldn't it be, oh yay!
Success. Okay, so we're going to have x minus 2x is equal to 30, and all of that would be over 10, but because it's a common denominator, we don't need it. Okay, so we're going
Yes,
to end
ma'am.
up with negative x is equal to 30. So what's our final answer going to be?
Wouldn't you flip it around?
Yes, good.
Okay. So it's going to be minus 30 is equal to x, because I'm not sure if I'm right, but you can't have like a negative x.
We don't want a negative x. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
X equals negative 30. Perfect. Yes. Okay, guys, so as soon as we have a fraction equation like this, all you want to do is find a common denominator so that you can get rid of your denominator, and then you can just solve it like a normal equation. Okay. Cool. Let's try our next one. Oh, look how fun this one is. This one's delightful. This one is out of, oh, I didn't put the marks here for this one. That's sad. I'm sad in myself. Okay, there's a couple of things here that I would recommend you do, just because I don't want you to be completely overwhelmed by this question. I did say fun. We're going to put all of this over 1. Okay, so we're going to put all of that over 1. And I recommend you change that to an improper fraction. Okay, so if I was changing 2.5 to an improper fraction, what would that become? What would 2.5 become as an improper fraction? Who remembers how we change from a mixed number to improper? We're going to try and dig in our primary school maths brain here.
Sorry, ma'am, wouldn't you say 2 times 2 and then add the 1?
Good. 2 times 2 plus 1. So that's going to be 5 over 2. Okay, good. Fila, yes. So I recommend you start this question by writing it out like that. So I would start it by saying 4x minus 2 over 4. And I would say is equal to negative 4x minus 12 over 1. And that is equal, oh goodness, this shouldn't be an equal here. We can't have two equal signs. That's ridiculous. What world are we living in? The manic world if we have two equal signs. Here we go. And then we are going to minus 5 over 2.
Sorry, ma'am, can I solve this one? Oh my
Yeah.
God. May
Of
I
course.
please solve this one?
Yes.
So I'm guessing we turn everything into like the same denominator.
Okay, what would our common denominator be?
4.
Okay.
So for the first one, it would be times 1, which means the 4 doesn't change, the denominator doesn't change, sorry. So does the top, well, it's not important. And then hop over to the right side, you would have to say times 4, 1 times 4. And then over here it'd be times 2.
Okay. So tell me, I'm going to write down exactly what you tell me to write. I'm not going to tell you if it's right or wrong.
Sure.
Okay.
So on a new line, you'd say 4x minus 2 over 4 equals minus 16x minus, oh my gosh, what's 4 times 12? Oh, let me get my calculator. Ah! There we go. Yo. 48, sorry, minus 48. Over 4. Minus, oh, sorry, yeah, minus 10 over 4.
Okay.
And the denominator would fall away because it's all under one common thingamabob.
Okay.
You would take, I'm guessing, the right side over to the left side, and then everything would be equal to 0.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're making me nervous.
I told you I'm just going to write exactly what you tell me to do. So 4x minus 2 plus 16x plus 48,
Plus 48 plus 10.
0. Okay.
So then, oh, God, this is messy. Okay, so you would add all the like terms, and that would give me, sorry, for the 4x, it's going to be 4x plus 16x, which is going to give me 20x. Minus 2 plus 48 is going to be 46, plus the 10 is going to be 56.
Okay.
Is equal to 0. And from here, I think we would factorize it. Ugh. Yes, we would. We would
Okay.
factorize it. We would, okay, what is the highest? It's not 20. Wait, sorry, ma'am, give me a second quickly.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, ma'am.
What type of equation is this?
It is, oh my God, you said it in the beginning of the lesson. Oh my God. Oh,
It's a quadratic.
Is it?
it's a thank you. It's
Is it a quadratic? It's very interesting how it's a quadratic. What makes something a quadratic equation is my question.
Never mind, it's not, ma'am, it's a linear.
It's linear. It's linear. There's no x squared. We
Yes,
just have
ma'am,
an
I
x.
saw that. Yes, ma'am, I saw it.
So if it's linear, do we want everything on one side?
No.
No. But it's fine. Everything you've done up to this point is fine. But my next step, I'm definitely not going to factorize because I don't have an x squared. So where am I going to go to from here?
And now I'm like a little lost.
Okay, so when we're in a linear equation, we want x's on one side and we want numbers on the other side.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So then I'm guessing you take the 56 and then put it back there, which would make it minus 56.
Good.
And then you'd divide by 20.
Good.
on each side to get rid of the 20 from the 20x. And then, oh my gosh. Yes. Sele mama. Wait, 20. Ooh, but it's giving me a wonky number.
No, that's fine. It should just give you a fraction. It should give you -14/5.
Yes, exactly what I got on my calculator.
Perfect. So that's all we have to do.
Hey,
Now you were on a very good track. Like all of this was epic. And even when you moved it over, I was like, no, that's fine. It's fine. But the most important thing you need to take from this lesson is that if there is
Yes,
an
ma'am.
x squared, it is quadratic. And if it is quadratic, we want it equal to 0 and we want to factorize. If it is x, it is linear, which means we want
Yes, ma'am.
x's on one side, numbers on the other.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yay. How can I help?
I have a question. For the 5/2 times 2,
Yeah.
so did you use for the previous, the -4x minus 12, you said 4 times -4 times, and then 4 times 12, -12, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, you would have put the 2 instead of the 4 for the 5/2. It would have been 5 times 2.
Yes. So this is just the same as saying 5 times 2, which is just giving us that 10 over there.
Okay, because now I was confused because I did multiply that by 4.
Okay, so the reason we don't want to multiply it by 4 is because the denominator is already a 2. So in order to get it to a 4, we only need to times it by 2.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Makes sense?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Cool. I think let's try and do like one last one. I'm trying to think of which one to do. Maybe this one. It's not, it looks worse than it is. I'll even make it one step nicer and I'll just get rid of that for you. There we go. Okay. So it's a very similar idea here. You want to get this common denominator. You want to solve it out. And then you want to try and solve for x. So don't panic about it. Think about exactly what we just did and try and follow those same steps. I will tell you that in this question, brackets will be your friend. Brackets will definitely be your friend in this question.
let's go, my people. Maybe this is your last question of the year.
Yeah.
And then you have a quiz after that. But
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Just a little baby quiz though. And then Linda and I have to be with the other grade 9s.
Yeah. Say
Yeah.
bye-bye to them also.
Yeah. The pressure's getting worse. You see that? I'm gonna write up the answer though on the board just because our time is running out. But if you don't finish it, please don't panic. You can always do it in your own time and just take a photo of the answer and see if you were right or wrong. Okay. But in this question, the key for a question like this is to be putting these in brackets. And the reason we want to put those in brackets is because of this sneaky negative sign, which is going to make our life a mission. So we're going to times that by 2. We're going to times that by 4 so that we get a lowest common denominator of 8. So I'm going to say 2 times x plus 3 minus 1, because that would just be timesing by 1. X plus 2 is equal to x times 4. Okay. Then I'm just going to do that distribution. So 2x plus 6 minus x minus 2. And this minus 2, this is where lots of people will make a mistake and we'll write it as a plus 2 is equal to x times 4, which is just 4x. Okay, it's linear because I only have x's. I don't have any x squareds. So I'm going to keep all of my x's on one side and I'm going to move my numbers to the other side. So 2x minus x is 1x, 1x minus 4x is negative 3x. That's going to be equal to negative 4. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. And so my final answer is going to be positive 4 over 3. And that would be my final answer. So really for a question like this, the key is these brackets up here. Guys, I have to leave you to go to my other class, so I have to say goodbye.